Hello. Today let us look at a poem from grade TILI-KANNADA grade 8. The name of the poem is Anveshane. This is the very first poem in the poem section. So, Anveshane means in search of or exploring about something. So, let us just look at the summary of the poem, what the poem is trying to convey to us. Usually, we go in search of happiness. We do various things which we think will make us happy. Like, for example, you want something, you pray God, please let me have that. Please make me get that. Okay, so in search of our happiness, we try to explore. We go around searching for that. But it is all within us. We are responsible for our happiness and our difficulties. So we, instead of searching for a solution or finding an answer, if you are facing any problems somewhere outside, you have to look within yourself, explore within yourself, because everything is within you. You are the reason and you are all responsible for your happiness and your difficulties. Then the poem is also highlighting on the point of ego. So we all have ego. We think we are right. Sometimes we think I know everything, I am right, I will not listen to the others may be wrong. So we have built a wall of ego around us. And for that reason, we are not ready to adjust or listen to others. We want to be within our wall or within the fort we have built around us. So that leads to a lot of difficulties because you are not ready to take the other person's opinion or the his or her viewpoint. You still think you are right. So you're not ready to give up on your ideas and you're not ready to adjust with others. So that is also one of the main causes for our difficulties. So we need to overcome all these to lead a life which is happy, because our lives are short. So it is always good that we make good of it and have a peaceful and a happy life. Let's look at the poem. I will explain, I will read one paragraph, then I will tell the meanings of the words in English, and then I will explain the paragraph. So let's look at the first paragraph. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹುಡುಕಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ದೇವರ ಕಲ್ಲು ಮಣ್ಣುಗಳ ಗುಡಿಯೊಳಗೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ ಗುರುತಿಸದಾದೆವು ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ. So yellow means somewhere. Hudukide, search. Illada means something which is not there. Devara, God. Kallu is stone. Mannu is mud. Gudi yolage. Gudi is temple. Yolage is inside the temple. Ille, here. Ille means here only. Iruva, present. Preeti, love. Sneha, affection or friendship. Gurutisadaadevu. Gurutisu means to recognize. Nammolage, within us. So, in search of God. I went somewhere in search of God. Illada means, it doesn't mean not there. It means, see, when I say God, you have some image in your mind. You think, okay, God will be like this. You have an imaginary image of God within your mind. So as soon as I say God, you think of that. So it's imaginary. It is not real. So I went in search of an imaginary God. And generally, what will you do? When I say God, you will think about the place of worship. So you think about a temple. So Kallu, Mannu, and how is the temple? It is all built with stones and mud. So I went somewhere to different temples in search of God, in search of a imaginary God. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಗಳ ಗುರುತಿಸದಾದೆವು ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ. But I did not realize that God is within us in the form of love, affection, concern, friendship. So God is in that form. I could not recognize that God is in this form. It took me some time to recognize that, and I went around searching everywhere for God. Okay, so that is the first paragraph. The first paragraph is we in search of God go all around without realizing that God is within us in the form of love, concern, affection, friendship, which we see in the people around us. Then next paragraph. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಂದನ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಬಂಧನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವೆ ಈ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ ಒಳಗಿನ ತಿಳಿಯನು ಕಲಕದ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಮೃತದ ಸವಿ ಇದೆ ನಾಲಗೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಂದನ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಂಧನ bondage which ties you down, that is bondage. ಎಲ್ಲ all ಇವೆ ಈ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ means within us, all this is within us. ಒಳಗಿನ ಒಳಗೆ means inside. ತಿಳಿಯನು tili means something which is very clear or calm. ಕಲಕದ ಕಲಕದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕಲಕು means to stir, ಇದ್ದರೆ if you don't stir it. ಅಮೃತದ ಅಮೃತ means nectar, savi ide sweetness, ನಾಲಗೆಗೆ tongue. So where is the garden? So here garden has been compared to happiness. So where is happiness? Then ellide bandhana, and bandhana is something which ties you down. So it is like compared to your difficulties, you're tied to your difficulties. So there it's a kind of bondage, or it is the difficulties. So where is happiness? Where are the difficulties? All of them are within us. Ella ive ee nammolage, everything is within us. Sadness and happiness is within us. It is our attitude which makes us how to overcome them. ಒಳಗಿನ ತಿಳಿಯನು ಕಲಕದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಮೃತದ ಸವಿ ಇದೆ ನಾಲಗೆಗೆ. So we have both good and bad qualities. Humans are always made, you can't find somebody who's good in everything, who's very bad also. We have both. We have a combination of both good and bad qualities. So how is that good and bad qualities within us? That is compared to, for example, if you go to a lake or a pond, which is still, which is not disturbed. So what has happened there? All the impurities and dirt are settled down at the bottom. And you can see a very clear form of water on the top. Similarly, in us humans also, the bad qualities is there somewhere under. And the good qualities is like the clear water on the top. But if I stir it by throwing a stone or putting a stick and stirring the water, what happens? The impurities also come up. So similarly, for us humans also, if we do not stir, then you can have the good qualities which come. And that good quality is like nectar, which is very sweet. The taste of nectar is very sweet to the tongue. So that way, that we also will stay happy. If you don't stir the good and the bad qualities of a human, then you will also find joy and happiness. So that is both good and bad qualities is within us. But we should not stir it and mix it up. Otherwise, if you mix it up, then you will not be happy. So if you leave it calm and let it be clear, then you will find happiness. So do not mix it. Okay, kalakade iddare, if you do not stir it, then you will find the joy. Next one. ಹತ್ತಿರವಿದ್ದು ದೂರ ನಿಲ್ಲುವೆವು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಹಂ ಇನ ಕೋಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟವೋ ಹೊಂದಿಕೆ ಎಂಬುದು 4 ದಿನದ ಈ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ. ಹತ್ತಿರವಿದ್ದು, even though we are close by or near each other. ದೂರ ನಿಲ್ಲುವೆವು, Dura is far. Nillu is stand. Namma ahamvina kote. Aham means ego. Namma is our ego. Kote is a fort. Yeshtu kashtavo. Kashta is difficult. How difficult is it? Hondike, agreement or adjustment. Yambudu. Nalku dinada ee badukinali. Baduku is life. So, here, even though we are physically close to each other, the first line, Hattiraviddaru dura nilluvevu. Even though physically we are close by to each other, in our mind, mentally, we are very, very far apart. The reason for this is because of our ego. So we have built a fort around us, a fort of ego around us. So we think we are right, we know everything correctly. So for that reason, what happens? We are not ready to listen to others. We are not ready to take their opinion or their suggestions. And if somebody criticizes us, we are not ready to accept it. That is because of the ego we have built around us. We have built a strong fort or a wall around us. And we are not ready to break it because we think we are right. So, for this reason, even though we are close to each other, we are much, much far apart because we are not able to understand, we are not able to communicate with the others. That the reason for that is our ego. Our ego is stopping us from doing all that. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟವೋ ಹೊಂದಿಕೆ ಎಂಬುದು ನಾಲ್ಕು ದಿನದ ಈ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ. So our life is very short. ನಾಲ್ಕು ದಿನ means 4 days. It's like our life is very, very short. So, how much difficult it is for us to agree and adjust with others. Even though our life is short, we are not ready to adjust with anybody or agree with anybody because we all have our own ego with us. So, if we break it, if we break the ego and we are ready to accept and agree and adjust with others, then how nice our life will be. So, the reason why we are finding things difficult is because of our ego, because of the big wall of ego we have built around us. So, finally, what the poem is trying to summarize is that everything is within us. The good qualities, the bad qualities, the happiness and the difficulties that we face is all within us. So instead of searching for a solution or finding happiness for your problems, it is instead of searching it everywhere else, go somewhere for it, all you have to do is look within yourself. So for everything, the answer is within yourself. You need to analyze within yourself and find out why you're facing difficulties, what is the problem, how to come out of it. Okay, so explore within yourself. Anveshane. Explore within yourself to find a solution for everything.